Well, thanks guys for 200 subscribers. I really appreciate it. 203 by now actually. So yeah, thanks a lot from the bottom of my heart. That's a lot of subscribers in such a fast pace, basically. Huge shoutouts to Asian Eyes for all the shoutouts he has given me so far. Without him, I wouldn't have grown this far or grown so fast with my channel. So I owe a lot to Asian Eyes. Also, huge shoutout to Phoenix Eye. He helps me a lot with my videos, and honestly, a lot of the content wouldn't be there without him, so thanks Phoenix Eye as well. So yeah, 200 sub special. I wasn't sure what to do, but I thought, you know, that would be fun. Let's talk about my first Yu-Gi-Oh deck ever. Now do note, it's the first deck list I could find of myself from the past. It's a deck from 2007. And yeah, you can already see... Oh, wow, cough. I need to get a cough finally, okay. As you can already see, it's not the most competitive deck. But keep in mind, it was 2007, so for back then, it isn't that bad actually. So let's get into the deck. So I run 2 copies of Lava Golem. Not sure if I actually had a reason to run 2 copies, or if it was semi-limited, or if I just couldn't get myself a 3rd copy. But yeah, especially back then, it was a really great card. I mean, not everyone was running Tribute Summon monsters. I mean, Caius, for example, was popular, although I'm not sure if Caius was out in 2007. Anyways, yeah, Tribute Summon monsters weren't that common. There were no Synchros, no Links, no Exceeds, so Lava Golem was actually somewhat challenging to get rid of. It removed 2 monsters straight from the field, and it dealt damage, burn damage every turn. 1000. As you may have realized, this is a Stallburn deck. Now, I didn't play Stallburn because I hated players and wanted to play Stallburn. I mean, it was 12 years ago. At that point, I was 10 years old, so what can you expect from a 10-year-old, right? Especially since I am not an English native speaker. You know, figure out the deck was really hard for me. Especially since, you know, I couldn't just go to card market and buy cards, you know. I was a kid. I had to do with whatever I got, so yeah. Also, 44 cards, which is kind of a weird number. Guess it worked. 3 Dash Koala. Pretty good monster back then. 1800 defense, can catch people off surprise sometimes. 400 damage for each card in their hand. On average, it probably did like 1200 damage, which is pretty nice for a single card. If you're looking to kill your opponent via burn. Sangan has some great targets like Stealth Bird. I mean, it basically searched all other monsters, right? So it was really good. 3 Stealth Bird, so this was one of my favorite cards back then. I mean, some people didn't play back then, so they never realized how good this card really was. But you can basically just flip it up every turn and deal 1000 damage, do it 8 times and you won. Obviously you won't be using this 8 times, but you get the idea, it's quite strong and quite fast. 1 Swarm of Scarabs, so it's either this or Locust. Locust destroys spells. Basically what this does is that you can once per turn flip it face up, face down, and when flip summons you can target what monster your opponent controls destroy at target. Basically like a repeating Man-Eater bug, although it doesn't trigger if they flip it by attacking it. Although I might have done that back then, I'm not sure, I wasn't that good at Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, the idea is that you can just get rid of that board repeatedly with stall cards like Nightmare Steel Cage, Sword of Healing Light, you know. Very nasty. Spirit Reaper. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and after resolving a card attack, targets it, destroy it. So basically, just a little wall. Marshmallow was better, but somewhat hard to get, I believe. Not sure. But yeah, this was one of the cards I was running back then. Really hard to get rid of at times. 1 Morphing Jar, I mean, both players discard entire hand, draw 4 or 5, so just set everything, set Morphing Jar, and draw a new hand. Back then, totally broken. Nowadays, it's not that good anymore, but you know. 1 Magician of Fate. I believe it was limited, but basically adds something like Swords of Healing Light back to your hand, Meteor of Destruction, you know, those kind of cards. Really, really good. 1 single copy of Meteor of Destruction. Kinda random, should have went with double Tremendous Fire or anything, but this might have been limited. And some people might laugh at the thought of Tremendous Fire being limited, but you never know with past cards, past formats and stuff. Basically, if your opponent's life points are higher than 3000, you can inflict 1000 damage to them. Which is a decent chunk of damage, I mean it's 1/8 of your life points. Combined with some other bone cards in your life which will be going down fast. Tremendous Fire, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent, 500 to yourself. I mean, 500 damage to yourself didn't really matter, but 1000 was quite big, as I said before. 2 copies of Nightmare Steel Cage, I mean this was semi-limited back then I believe, because well 3 copies is obnoxious. I mean you can't attack but neither can your opponent for 2 of their turns, so that's pretty neat. Virtually allows you to go +1 because, well, you don't want to get attacked. I mean there's some removal like Space Typhoon, but if you can force it with Steel Cage, fine. Swords of Revealing Light, flip everything face up. And they can't attack for 3 turns, which is nice. 3 turns of stalling, it's a lot. On Mystical Space Typhoon, everyone ran Mystical Space Typhoon back then. Just 1 removal card, let's say they got their own Wave Motion Cannon or something else that's nasty. Being able to get rid of it is very nice. Book of Moon, worst case scenario, reset Death Koala or even Magician of Fate. But they usually use is also as protection, you know, a face down monster can't attack. So, yeah, good card. Scapegoat, I mean, 4 tokens, that just defends your life points, so I mean, that's always nice, right? Level Limit Area B. Change all the face up level 4 or higher monsters to defense position. So, combining this with Death Koala is actually quite nasty. Because good luck getting over 1800 defense if you can't use any level 4 or higher monsters for that. I mean, if you don't draw a Mystical Space Typhoon, this combined with a Wave Motion Cannon could just win me the game, you know. 3 Wave Motion Cannon. During your main phase, you can set this card to the graveyard, inflict 1000 damage for each of your standby phase that have passed. Well, this does face up on the field basically. Very nice. Really stacked up, really fast, very dangerous card. Most people end up Mystical Space Typhooning it if you keep it up too long though, so usually you want to go for like 2000, 3000 damage. Still, that's a lot of damage. 1 copy of Dark Room of Nightmare, I mean everything deals damage, so amplifying all the damage I deal is pretty nice. 3 just deserts, 500 damage for every monster I control. Now it's not like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Where I always control 5-6 monsters on the field and just swarm everything, but still. 500 for each would stack up pretty fast, especially combined with Ojama Trio. 2 copies of Secret Battle. I believe this was hard to find, not sure, might have been at 2, I don't know. Inflict 2 and damage your opponent for each card in your hand and for each card I control. If you open with this, that's guaranteed 1200 damage. 1 copy of Ojama Trio, special summon 3 Oyama tokens to your opponent's field in defense position. And they cannot be tribute for a tribute summon, so good luck getting rid of it back then, because there were no synchro and stuff. And each time one is destroyed, its control takes 300 damage. So if you have something to crash over them, like let's say Sangan, so they attack me, that's some additional damage, and it amplifies cards like Just Desserts. 2 Threatening Roar, just skip the battle phase basically for that turn, pretty nice. 1 Ceasefire, a bit like Just Desserts, but it prevents flip effect monsters. Also deals damage for your own effect monsters, which is what makes this really strong back then. I mean, that does stack up. If you have 3 monsters, you have 3 monsters. That's 3000 damage, and that hurts a lot. 1 Sakuretsu Armor was limited, was a really strong card actually. Nowadays it might not seem that strong, but just being able to trade 1 for 1 with an attacking monster is just very nice. I mean, nowadays we're spoiled, we have 3 Mirror Force, back then, you know, that wasn't the case. 1 Magic Cylinder, limited card, was very strong. Just flip back and attack, targeting didn't matter back then. 3-dimensional wall, it's basically a Magic Cylinder that really only works for the battle damage you take instead of the entire attack. Pretty nice. 1 Mask of Restrict, so this was my cheat card. And if you don't know what I mean, basically I used to stack my deck back then all the time. My brother played Frog Monarchs. The only fair way to deal with that kind of deck, if playing this garbage, is to stack Mask of Restrict on top of your deck. Basically I used to shuffle in such a way that I could look at the bottom of my deck, and if I see Mask of Restrict, I just place 2 wards at the top, and then I just shuffle in such a way that I don't shuffle the top 5 cards, something like that. I mean, cheating was pretty common back then. People used to cheat against me a lot as well, you know. I mean, yeah, blame me for cheating, I guess, but blame others for cheating as well. 1 Gravity Bind, level 4 higher monsters cannot attack. Basically like level limit, except it's a trap, so you can just flip it in the battle phase and they suddenly can't attack. And 2 Solemn Judgment, which can basically negate anything. I'm surprised to see this card in the list. I thought it was expensive, but maybe it was reprinted. Anyways, yeah, this was something different. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Stardust Yu-Gi-Oh! Signing out.